And what has changed? What
Yourself,
I mean, what has
just
changed?
your thoughts. Yeah.
Kind of your thoughts and your feelings, which is a very important lesson because your feelings, my feelings, is not the truth.
So you gotta be great, and I'ma do whatever it takes. Doing what I love for life, and I'll pay the price, and not stopping even if the shit kills me, even if it kills me.
Hi everyone, and welcome to MattGron's Scaling Up Journey. My name is Mattias, and this is episode 24. And it comes with our tagline. This is where entrepreneurship runs smack into reality. My name is Mattias, and you are...
I'm Svea. Welcome to episode 24, Friday episode. What are we doing on Friday, Mattias?
Typically, Fridays is a time where we talk a little bit more about the week, what I have been doing. And sometimes we find some interesting takeaways.
Exactly. And at the end, we always have a sometimes fun, sometimes deep question that we answer. So stay until the end to figure out more.
Yep.
All right. So
and sometimes when I'm not forgetting, we also have the disco light.
True.
But yeah.
Where is it?
But not today. It's
That's
here.
A traditional. So that usually flashes. Yes. Check out our other Friday episodes, you'll see. All right, Mattias, would you like to start? You can either do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or tell me what were the big things that happened last week that you remember.
This week, I actually have spent some time preparing for an onboarding that happens next week. Basically, we have a new colleague starting. His name is Dennis. He's coming in on Monday, and he will join the sales team.
So this is what you said. Everyone is getting flowers when they start, right?
Yeah,
cool.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the first culture test if they can keep this flower
alive. Oh, and then it's like that one. Alive, I know the English word, but I know they need a lot of care.
It's So the trick with this flower is actually that like every 2 weeks or something, you should fill it up with water, and then it will need to stand in water for like 12 hours.
So soaking water from the ground. So you even get free gardening tips here at MattGron's Scaling Up Journey. I mean...
You should have water all the way up here.
Okay.
And because it lives in the rainforest, and it needs to be soaked in water.
That's what I was
doing. If you do that, and then keep it moisturized, then it will actually get flowers over and over and over again, and not too much sunlight. That could also kill it.
And despite getting flowers for Dennis, what else have you done?
Yeah, he also got a computer, and I also this is his phone.
Yeah.
There will be no iPhone for him. It's no headphones. It's more like a neck phone.
They are old school iGoMoon,
Yes.
What kind of computer did he get?
No, he actually got a MacBook and an iPhone. Yes.
Not a Windows 89? No, 98.
No.
Windows 98. Okay, that sounds better.
So I have been done some preparing for he joining us as an account manager, and I having the calendar in front of me, and also had 2-3 interviews this week. We are still looking for the UX designer, and also at this time this year we have kind of squeezed in all the salary reviews, so they are going on over a couple of weeks now. So we actually we have changed some things because now we will do all the salary reviews during Q1, so we can actually plan them and make a real budget. Typically, when I was taking care of all the HR work, today I have help from Åsa and Göran. But when I did it, I kind of had all the salaries spread out over the years, depending on the anniversary date for the employment.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, on scale, it doesn't really work because I mean, you can't actually do a concrete budget, a clear budget, when suddenly people get more salary during the kind of the fiscal year, so to speak.
Yeah, then probably you would have these conversations every month instead of like compressed once a year. Yeah, makes more sense.
Yeah, so that's a change we have been doing now. I'm. It's almost a day, and when we are recording the episode, I'm not really sure what to share actually.
Well, then I would say we could just jump over to my surprise question, because sometimes some very interesting things happen when I ask questions. Sometimes it's just favorite food, and sometimes something way deeper. Who knows? Should we do that?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So my question for today is, when you're having a tough day, for example, at work, what do you do to make yourself feel better? Do you have some kind of routine, something to pamper yourself, or what do you do?
Yeah, good question. I think typically when I have a tough day, like emotionally, mentally, it's because I haven't been taking care of myself. When I'm saying that, I mean I haven't slept enough, ate well enough, exercised, haven't had the right kind of spiritual input. I'm basically sidetracked, and then it's very important, like for me, to take a step back. And the first thing I do is I'm trying to think of stuff that I'm grateful for, and then I basically write them down, and I kind of aiming to start really thinking about what it means for me. Then typically that put away a lot of stress, and also breathing, like stop for a moment and kind of breathe and inhale, exhale 10 times together with that actually change a lot for me. And sometimes I actually also have a like a deeper glance on my goal sheet, and or vision board is maybe a better word. I actually have a vision board. So it's actually a file in Photoshop. I made it in Photoshop, so there is there is slogans, there is headlines, there is images of things that I want to create in my life. Yeah, that's typically what I do.
So a mood board for your life.
Yeah, it's not a mood board, it's a vision board.
Okay. Yeah, true, that's the difference. I like that tradition that you said, the first thing you do, that you write down things you're grateful for. I haven't thought about this, so I think that's something I could also implement, because now after you telling us what you do, mine feels so simple. But when I'm having a bad day, I think I personally like to be alone, actually. Also, like you said, take a step back, look at the bigger picture, and I personally really like to be in the nature and walk. I think that for me is my best therapy, just being alone with my thoughts, somewhere in the nature, moving my body, and I feel that really centers me and brings me back on track. And then also your favorite good food is always good. Like have a nice dinner and you're happy.
Yeah, but there is two things there you said that I think is the output you want from whatever you do. It's actually the bigger picture, right? Instead of looking at the micro issues, you get the macro, not the micro, you get the macro perspective, the bigger picture, and then you center yourself. Because, I mean, when you kind of, when you really, like, if you are centered, I mean, you don't end up in drama, and you don't end up in like obsessing about problems and get sidetracked as easily. So I like what you share there. I think it's the common factor what we strive for.
And from experience, usually the next day, like after a good night of sleep, the world looks better. Usually. So it's sometimes just the mood you're in or something that happens that day that brings you down, but the next day you wake up and see, okay, the world is still running, I'm still alive. We can
and that, I think that's super important, because now you're actually talking about something that is very interesting, because you actually can, I mean, from one day to another, I think everyone can agree life could feel kind of different, right?
Yeah.
And what has changed? What
yourself,
I mean, what has changed?
Your thoughts.
Yeah, kind of your thoughts and your feelings, which is a very important lesson, because your feelings, my feelings, is not the truth.
That's your own truth, but maybe not for someone else or for the outside.
Yeah, but it's not the truth. Because but it's still your feelings. But I think this is so important when you are trying to pursue a dream, build a company, because I mean 99% of all the things that seems like a challenge is actually you overcoming yourself, and you are kind of, you are facing your feelings, and so I think it's super important to remember, like, I can feel like shit because of a lot of reasons, and that because of that I can think that this is the truth because this is my mood, but it's not the truth. Because the day after, I ate, I slept, I took the walk, I see the big picture, and okay, the same situation, but everything has changed. My mood has changed, my feelings, everything. So I think it's super important to understand that like all the thoughts and feelings I have might not be the truth. Or might not. It is not. It's not the truth.
I think that's the takeaway for today. Do you guys watching, do you have any tips or tricks that you would like to share? What do you do when you're having a tough day? Could be anything. Could be at work, could be at home, whatever it is. I think it's interesting to hear. And otherwise, I would say, I mean, therefore that you didn't have that much to say this Friday, I would say we had a lot to say. And if you don't have anything to add, I would say we see each other on Monday.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Because here you get free gardening tips and business tips and mental health tips. All in one episode.
Yes.
All right, guys. See you in the next episode and have a great weekend.
Bye. Thanks for watching.